Hey everyone, it's Cheryl from Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds. There's a lot out there on how to teach letters to older preschoolers, but not as much out there for the age group that I teach, which is 2 and young 3-year-olds. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love to set up a classroom where children are exposed to so much, such as shapes and colors and letters. And so what I do is I treat this just the same that I do with everything else. And that's that I like to include pieces of the alphabet in different centers each day. And the children may not be actually recognizing and calling out the letters yet, but this is just exposing them. And so I thought I would show you some ways that I do that during our morning. I have noticed that as the year progresses, many of them will start noticing the letters of their name because that is always a favorite. Children's names are very near and dear to them. So one of the first letters they'll say is, "Oh, that letter is in my name." And they're also noticing the letters as we are looking at books because we have a print-rich environment. So I have books not only on our bookshelf, but they're also in a basket in our circle time area. I have them propped up in different areas of our classroom with Play-Doh. I love using letter cookie cutters. And we also have these chunky letter stamps. These are wonderful for the young hands to hold, and they just press it right into the Play-Doh. And these also can be used with stamp pads, so they can use these in the writing area. I've used these with paint at the art area. Another fun thing to have are magnetic letters. And we have a magnetic board that has been attached to our wall. It's a nice vertical space. Again, if you have a small classroom, I can't recommend enough to use your wall space because that doesn't take up any room in your classroom, and it's a great place to put something like a magnetic board. So I'll often put a basket of magnetic letters there. And again, they might just randomly be putting the letters up on the board, or they might start spelling their names, or just again, finding the first letter in their name or any of the letters in their names. And they also have these wooden magnetic letters as well. And you can also use these on a magnetic board that we have a magnetic whiteboard that I like to use. During Center's time, we just have it propped up on the floor, and I might put these out and they can stick these on there. Letter stamps is just exposure. And it's great fine motor, so I might put these in the writing area. And these are also fun at Play-Doh. You can use rubber stamps in Play-Doh. I do it all the time. These are awesome. We have had this set, I'm gonna say like 20 years, and we've used them for so many different things. We actually have used these as stencils at the art table, so we might cut out paper tracing this, and they might put glue on it and do a collage on it. We've also used these, we've laid these out on the floor, and they had fun looking at the different letters. We also, I don't have them here, but we also have the foam letters in smaller sizes, which I like. And so I do put these out. Like, I love to see them take trucks, and they might put some of the letters in trucks and deliver them around. You can use the smaller foam letters at a water table. I have an alphabet water table that is on my website. I'll drop a link in the video's description, where we just fill the container with water and then put the small foam letters in there, and they can then scoop them out. Again, just noticing the different letters as they're playing. Alphabet blocks, these are a favorite. Probably most of you have these. These I like to have out, of course, in the block area. And I also make sure to display the alphabet in our writing area. This is actually a sheet that is from Handwriting Without Tears, because this is what we use in our preschool. And so I have this laminated, and this stays over in the writing area. We also have a poster that is in our circle time area that we will refer to, especially when we sing the alphabet song. And then as our children move up from our class to the threes class and then to the pre-K class, we just build on what we've already been doing in our class. So they're ready for a little bit more. And so an example would be this Melissa and Doug See and Spell. So it has the little word letters and they can just stick them in. In fact, actually, I have used this towards the end of my class. Some of my 3-year-olds are ready for this. And I also like to take the wood letters that come with this set, and I will put these in with rice in the sensory bin so they can scoop these out, very similar to what we did with the water. I've also been known to put letters on the light table. I love to do that. In fact, this is a letter construction set and it's translucent, so it's perfect for the light table, and then they can just build the letters. There's a lot of different letter games that you can buy. And then these are letter rubbing plates. These are nice to use in the writing area. And of course, we like to use the letter sandpaper cards. We have this in upper and lowercase. And then there's puzzles. And this big floor puzzle that we've had, again, this one I think we've had about 20 years as well. And there's also, you can get wood puzzles that are the alphabet. I've seen some with pegs. There are so many different ways. You can be very creative. I have made name bottles, and that's on my website. I will put that link in this video's description, where the children had the letters of their names in beads, and they put them in bottles with rainbow rice, and then we sealed it up so they could see the letters. You can do that with water, make water bottles with letters in it. We also have this alphabet dot stamping packet over on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I love to use this in many different ways. So it has each of the letters, and there are dots. And what you can do is, I like to, with my 2- and 3-year-olds, take the first letter of their name, because again, this is what is near and dear to them, and then they can use watercolors to decorate it. And then if you want, you can take circle stickers and they can put them on each circle, or you can use the do-a-dot markers and they can stamp them on there. I also use these, again, like I did with the foam letters, I use these as a template. So you can cut out maybe construction paper and then they can do a collage on top. Also in our shop, we have these alphabet, this whole packet here on posters. These posters here that have the letter, and then you've got the cards where you can place them on top of the matching letter. And it also comes with coloring sheets so they can color them. And also in our shop, we have this short tracing words packet. This is really good for pre-K, where they're actually starting to write letters. So these are just some of the ways that you can introduce your younger preschoolers to letters. Because I get asked this question so much, do you teach your 2- and 3-year-olds the alphabet? I really wanted to take the time to just explain how it's just all about exposure in fun, playful, hands-on ways. Make sure to follow Teaching 2- and 3-year-olds on YouTube and click that bell icon so that every time I publish a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching.